Hey Dan, this is going to be my last and final video before we leave the island unless something untoward happens, such as we get detained for smuggling out seashells or something like that. But I wanted to revisit your trip in Wales and see how you felt your trip went. I mean, I know you guys were very busy. You're busy with the house. You're busy with your quite busy social calendar. But when you were getting ready to go, when you guys, the 2 or 3 weeks preceding going to Wales, did you make up a list of things that you wanted to get done? You wanted to get done at the house. You wanted to get done socially. You wanted to get done in support of Sarah's writing, or just, intellectual curiosity about the island. Is Wales an island? Anyway, no, it's not. Well, I guess all of UK is an island, right? So anyway, so were you able to do you feel like you got all of that finished? I know it's easy when you are busy especially with social engagements, to go from one thing to the other and to get to an end of a trip and feel like, shit, I didn't really get, this done and this done and this done, which is, what I had wanted to, or did you? So what were those things, and was this a sort of a businessy trip? Honestly, I don't remember. Or was this more of a maintenance trip, maintenance of your house, maintenance of Sarah's writing, maintenance of your soul? I don't know if you feel, I think you do, that your batteries are recharged when you go to Wales. So how did, how do you feel all of that went? I know, the one great undone is the friggin' scaffolding. So maybe the next time you come to Wales, it will be gone. God, I hope so. But what is your plan now? And as you are packing up to leave, what is your thought? Are you already thinking, okay, I've got all these things to do at home, or is it, yeah, I've got these things to do at home, but we're already thinking about when we're going to be here next. It's going to be in, March or February, and we're going to be here for 6 months, and are you already in rental mode? Are you going to be renting the house during the winter? I don't know what the rental season tends to run. I would think it would be run more summertime, but maybe there are people who come over, like those Polish contractors who are going to work in the winter, so they need a place. How do you feel all of that went for you and for you guys? And do you feel like, how do you conceptualize of the purpose of these trips? I found myself sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, so why? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Why am I here? Why? What am I doing? Was the point the race, or was there some greater thing than that? Is it a function of, I just came down here to relax, in which case I could have gone down to my basement at home and relaxed, but maybe not in the same way, right? So when you conceptualize this trip, what were you thinking in terms of, how do you conceptualize the purpose of these trips for you guys? And is it just a function of, we want to be in Wales, we are happy here, not that you're not happy in Pendleton, but I feel like perhaps the little happiness needle is, the contentment needle is a little more on the positive side when you're in Wales, because it seems like, got me a mosquito. It seems like when you are there, you're thinking about Wales a lot, not just because, the Polish contractors keep turning the thermostat up, but, for lots of reasons. And it feels like there will be a point at which you spend, as much time as you can over in Wales before coming home. What is that, 6 months that you have to be? I don't know what the limits, if there's a visa you have to have, or what, if you wanted to stay over there 10 months a year, 11 months a year. And of course, the complicating factor of that is family, both children and grandchildren. Yeah, anyway, I'm just curious about those things. So tell me. Okay, enough of that. Let's go back to some swimming. Hey, I did want to interject something on a comment you made about how nice it is to be in the tropics and in the warmth. I agree. It is great to be in the tropics and in the warmth, especially if I'm in the ocean and I'm in swimming. But it's different here. Not all tropics are created equal. The bugs are mighty. They have what they call mampis. I don't know how to spell that. M-A-M-P-I-E, mampi. Anyway, they're no-see-ums, and I just got royally ate up yesterday. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, seriously, itchy. So it's been really tough because you can't even sit outside, even when there's a good breeze, without the bugs eating you up. It's the mampis on the beach and the mosquitoes everywhere else. So, yeah, I think in terms of if we were somewhere where I could ocean swim that was warm, I would prefer Vallarta just because of the lack of bugs, and perhaps just the lack of bugs where we happen to be. Yeah, it's interesting because every restaurant you go to here, it's their open air restaurants, of course. They have a can of bug spray right there at the entrance at the door, so you can apply it. Yeah, tough going. Okay, that's it. Back to swimming. Morning, Dan. It's Wednesday morning, the day we leave the island and head back to the continental United States. We're going out for our last swim. It's about 7:30, 7 maybe? I don't know. Anyway, sometime. And we are going to go and swim around Green Key. So that's Green Key there. It's hard to see a little bit with this angle, but on video it's going to be more difficult. It's quite a long island. It's 100 yards wide, 150 yards wide, but it's 500, 600 yards long. So we're going to swim out. We were going to meet up on just right here. There's a little beach there you can't quite see. And then half of us are going to go clockwise, and half of us are going to go Widdershins and meet up somewhere on the backside of the island, and then we will all meet up again at the beach on this side before we then head back here to be finished. So it's all told, it's probably going to be 2,500 yards, which is, a shortish quotidian workout. But it'll be a good thing to get stretched out. And it's always nice to have a good exercise before heading, having to sit on the plane. And hopefully we don't get run over by these boats. I'm the only one that doesn't have a buoy, so who knows how it could turn out. Anyway, well, we made it around the island. It was a lot wider than I thought, but it was really a beautiful swim. On the leeward side, it was deep, rocky, and on the windward side, there were a lot of seagrasses, much shallower, much farther out. Todd and I were swimming along, and I see something that I thought for sure was like a cable or a rope leading to an anchor. And I follow it, and on the end of this cable, there was a very large manta ray. That was the manta ray's tail that I saw, and it swam right under me. That was pretty cool. Lots of fish on the leeward side, or the windward side of the island. It was a nice swim. I think probably overall it turned out to be about 3,000 yards. Again, not a bad morning swim. Beautiful conditions. The water was pretty flat. I did not chum the water at all. So that's something, I guess. And I guess we're gonna head home and let's see if I can get that little crab. There it is. Yeah, we're gonna go get packed up, have some late breakfast, and catch the plane. We fly to Miami, from Miami to Chicago. We stay the night in Chicago, and then early we fly, not too early, it's like 9 a.m. flight to Rochester, home by noon tomorrow. So kind of like like a Haug travel day, multi-day, multi-country, although I'm not actually swimming in multiple countries, but you know what I mean. So I guess that is the end of my swimcation, and hope you guys travel safe, and we will connect back up when we're both stateside. That's my tale of woe, and I'm sticking to it.